His own mother slapped the stork that delivered him.
And Kale Hall.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to have been blackballed.
Rob and Kale podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. I come to you from Columbia, South Carolina, which is the armpit of the South. It is hot and nasty. And we're 100 miles from where you want to be.
It's the pearl of the state of South Carolina. And that's actually where you live. You're going to call where you live out in the armpit? Good Lord.
We're 100 miles from where we want to be. Brother, why don't you talk about where you live, brother? You want to go that route?
Where I live at, it's great. I mean, I stay to myself. I don't get around all these fucking Clemson idiots. Fuck them. I tried to go to the flea market this morning before I started pressure washing and mowing my grass and stuff, and I got out in public, and there were just too many assholes out there for me. I was like, fuck it, I'm going back home.
All right, well, that is my my podcast partner, the great Kale Hall up there. They're already running their mouths over here about my shirt that I'm wearing tonight. I know there's a lot of very insecure men that follow this show that can't develop shoulders like mine. They've been asking me to wear a shirt for a long, long time. I'm wearing my brother-in-law's LSU shirt tonight in honor of the folks down in Louisiana that are getting just popped by Hurricane Ida. If you folks are going to send Super Chat tonight, I put it in the description there. Just support the Cajun Navy. The Cajun Navy is a group of folks that are down in Louisiana. They've got 100 people that are volunteers right now that are making their way down there as boots on the ground. They're going to start 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, going around and cutting people out of whatever and just rescuing people. It's a completely nonprofit organization. There's a link there that you can find out about the Cajun Navy. If you send us anything via PayPal or Venmo, the information is right there in the show description. We have to give a shit about other people. That's just the way that it works.
That's absolutely true.
I asked Jackpot about this earlier, and he said absolutely. And I decided I'm wearing this LSU shirt, even though I feel dirty. I'm wearing this LSU shirt tonight in honor of the folks in Louisiana. Some of those folks I've been texting back and forth with down there that I've made friends with. One lady, Mishi's down there, and she's got her garage is already flooded. And it's just sad what's going on down there. So if you'd like to donate to the Cajun Navy, they're already going to be down there with people. They say if you're going to volunteer, here's what you got to have if you're volunteering: enough to sustain yourself for 3 to 4 days. And if you have a chainsaw, bring it. That's pretty solid. So make sure you're able to take care of yourself for 3 to 4 days.
If I was stuck in that kind of mess, I'd be scared shitless. I'm just not gonna lie. I mean, I would. I mean, it's just fucking horrible, man. I mean, and
it's terrible.
Like I said earlier, I mean, I would not. There's no way that I would live somewhere like that if I had a choice. But the thing about it is, a lot of people don't have a choice. I mean, it's where they grew up, it's where they was born, it's where they were raised, and they don't probably have the money or the means or whatever to get out from it. But there's no way that I would. I love the beach, love the coast, but it's great to visit. But when that kind of shit's coming around, it's like, ooh, no. Not like you can't have natural disasters where we live at inland. You could have earthquakes, tornadoes, but it's much more likely to happen to you on the coast. So that just sucks.
It does suck. I know that the last time there was a hurricane down there, the folks from South Carolina Gamecock football team sent a tractor trailer full of stuff down there to help them. I am sure things like that are going to happen. But the cool part about the Cajun Navy is, as I said, 100 people on the ground tomorrow morning. I can't even fathom that. You got 100 people that are going to be there in the morning, and they're going to be helping people. Just some of them just get out of their house. It's going to be it's a damn zoo down there right now.
Buzz said it's not good if it's already flooding, hitting land, and he's just got a notification that all of the power is out in New Orleans just now. Holy shit.
Yeah,
So
New
like
Orleans,
I said on the thing
they're good
earlier,
on
I don't know, man. I don't know if LSU will be able to get out of there to go play that game at UCLA this Saturday. And
Well,
that's not even really important. But
well, hold on. They've already left. They're actually in Houston, and they're practicing at Energy Stadium. And the funny thing is someone tweeted out, it's about time that Houston actually had a team with NFL talent on the field.
what the fuck? Does anybody care about classes? I mean, I'm not being a shit ass here, but does anybody care about classes anymore? They got a whole week of school.
No. They're working around that. I'm just telling you what I read there, Jackpot, and that's just the way that it is, man.
Wow.
Delta 900 says if he knew a storm chaser who'd take him, he'd be in the middle of it. Well, sir, speaking of which, you can go to the Cajun Navy website right now, CajunNavy.org, and they would love to have you as a volunteer. So you put that out there, take your ass to New Orleans. They'll hook you up. Not a joke. They've already got 100 people, and get your chainsaw and pack yourself some MREs and take your ass on down there. There you go.
Megan said God would never let the people of South Carolina deal with a Category 4 hurricane. Yeah, well,
because they dealt with Hurricane Hugo that was a Category 5. Begging Megan, stop saying dumb shit.
Yeah, what he already did. Goddamn. You fucking fuck. Oh.
Kirby Smart, idiot.
Carolina, where student athletes. Clearly, that's not the case at LSU. I couldn't agree more. That's crazy.
Now see, this is a high quality comment from Begging Megan. If that same storm hit Clemson, it would do $200 worth of damage. See, that's a better comment. You're just making some ignorant ass thing about, oh, the Category 4 never hit South Carolina. Yeah, well, Google Hurricane Hugo, you simpleton.
If it hit Clemson, it might knock over his junk drawer. It might fog a mirror.
Oh goodness. We got to talk about. I tell you what. Let's do.
We got a lot to get into tonight. A lot.
I know. We got to get our shit together. Donate to the Cajun Navy. Anything you send to us via Venmo or PayPal, if you're gonna do that, we will donate it to the Cajun Navy. Not a big deal. So there you go with that. Also, Dennis Wilson from DNC Trucking and Transport. I talked to him earlier. He may be toting plywood and everything else down there, because that's what his company does. They also sponsor the Rob and Kale Show, including paying for fireside chats with Uncle Kale. Jackpot, tell us a story, sir.
It sucks to be a Gamecock. I'm a fan of nothing but shit teams. My Gamecocks have won 6 games in 2 seasons. My Jets are one of the worst franchises in the NFL. Dennis Wilson says, I take over for the Russian, and now we have Joe Biden. The only thing worse than my teams are my picks. Please join the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge, and we can all laugh at my pile of shit picks. Thanks in advance. It's a big Gamecock. Go Tigers.
He pinned Joe Biden on you.
Fuck that.
You can't find humor in that. Oh my goodness. All right, so
Aaron Brown, the Vol fan over in the chat, says, "Can we y'all talk about Scott Frost sucking?" Yeah, well, they gonna do anything to deflect from their damn pile of shit team, right?
I know, right?
Wait the week one, you lose to Bowling Green, and it's not funny anymore.
Where did Scott Frost coach before he coached at Oklahoma? Jackpot, help me out.
Oh, Nebraska? UCF.
Excuse me, Nebraska. Yeah, he coached at UCF. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway, there's some points to ponder there. All right. Well, Jackpot, we have to do, but do you want to put our picks together now? And that way we can tell people what games we're going to pick, and then we'll do the Clemson games.
Yeah. Before we
get into first of all, let's thank Calloway's for sponsoring the Pick'em Challenge. Thanks to everybody who's gotten in. Jackpot, you got an updated number, right?
Well, I don't have a count on them right now, but I do have the names of all the people who are in the Pick'em Challenge so far. Rob Sanders, Carolina Jackpot, SEC Dog, South Carolina. Nick the Goat Saban, Bama number 18, Bulldogs _31501. Clemson Dillon, Chris Rich, James Matthews, Ted McNair, Driller Deep, Ken Bellinger, Ben Simmons, Thomas Cummings, UGA fan for life, Tyrone Quarles, Kevin Schuler, Michael Henderson, Undercover Boss, Lee Dial, Brad Garner, Gary Mills, Taylor Bruni, Tyler Dove, Bob Rutherford, Jack Pot Jr., Joe Anders, Karen Sanders, Sally Fleming, James Fleming, Jordan Dealmaker, Justin Ellis, Ned Turner, Troy Bowers, Keith Ramsey, Robbie S., Steve Beamer, Miles, Taylor Varn, Melanie Lawson, and Rich Long.
Wow. We're supposed to have some Russian interference here before long. So anyway, make sure you join the Calloway's Pick'em Challenge, Calloway's Bar and Grill, Calloway'sBarandGrill.com.
Lots of people here. A lot of those folks are new people that's never been in this thing before. Most of the time, it's normally people from Facebook that we're friends with and have been on this thing for a while. And a lot of those people haven't gotten in yet. So if they get in here and we get all these people in here, my goodness, are we going to have a hell of a damn contest going on? I'm telling you right now, if you hadn't gotten in here yet, you need to get in here because you're going to be kicking yourself in a couple of weeks. If you don't get in here, you'll be like, Jackpot, can y'all get me in? I know I missed 2 weeks, but I can pick games. I can go 5-0 for about 4 or 5 weeks, and I can catch everybody. Please let me in, Jackpot. No, the answer is no. Hell no. We will not let you in if you are not in here by the cutoff time. It just cannot do it. Can't do it.
You take the chicken salad.
You take the chicken salad. Yeah. First name Macho, last name Man.
Damn contest.
No way.
SEC Dog got some of his welfare check together and entered. The rest of you can get into the contest.
He did earlier than anybody else. So, I mean,
That's right. He got in on the first. Brock says he's going to join this week. I look forward to that.
Right.
Pesky Pole says, check the Cash App. Can you check your Cash App, sir?
I can't, but I will in a few minutes, and I'll.
I got a message from the Russian. I had to translate it out. He wanted to know if he could pay in rubies, and I told him no, or rubles. I told him no. He did put that stuff into the Cash App, and he sent Cale his money. By the way,
our kind of currency. So,
for the folks that like the comrade, follow his picks at the Pesky Pole. He has a brand new newsletter coming out. It's going to come out like twice a week, I think is what he said, with all of his great football.
I wanted to throw something out here real quick, too.
Sure.
I know last year we did it for somebody. We comped one. I got a young man that gets in here all the time. It gives you a hard time, Rob, a lot, named Jacob Watson. And he has a YouTube channel. And,
He doesn't bother me. Jacob's all right.
Well, Jacob Watson said he wanted. He didn't have $20 to get a thing. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but that's what you said. I want you to send me an instant message or a message on Twitter. Jacob Watson. Jacob Watson. I'm going to get you in the contest. You've been here. You've been in Rob's live shows during the day over on the rundown. You're in here a lot. You're not here tonight, but you're in here a lot. And if you're listening, I want you to send me a DM on Twitter, and I'm going to get the information over to you. I'm going to comp you. I'm going to pay for your $20 entry myself so you can be in this contest because I want you to be in it.
Look at Jackpot. I mean, he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt that's got pot leaves on it, but he is goddamn Santa Claus tonight. Look at you, man. I really think Jackpot is Santa Claus.
Harbaugh said Jacob's in middle school. I don't care. Don't make no difference to me. There's no age limit on this thing.
Yeah.
So.
We let drunks and idiots in this thing. You think we're going to take away from somebody that's young? He might win the whole fucking thing.
I'm like Black Sabbath tonight, motherfuckers.
You know what he'll do? This kid may win the whole thing, take the money, invest it in the next GameStop stock, and be a millionaire and laughing at all of us.
There you go.
That's what may happen there. Just don't mock the young man because he's young. I'm not going to have that shit around here. Anyway, all right. So Jackpot, let's pick the 10 games really
I told
quickly.
everybody over on Facebook I was making fun of that Dogecoin, which ever since then, I mean, I've bought some of it. I own a little bit of that stuff. But right now, it's not really volatile. You know, it's just kind of staying steady. The Dogecoin is. That somebody's like, you don't know anything about cryptocurrency. You're stupid. Blah blah blah. And I said, I don't know anything about stocks. I'm like, you're talking to the guy who bought into Amazon in 1997 when nobody else knew what it was. I'm like, I had the foresight to drop $1,000 on it. I'm like, let's just say I have a nice little retirement fund growing right now. Of course, that was a lie, but if it were true, that would be a whole story, wouldn't it?
Couple of things here. Bluegrass Sports Media, who needs to get into the contest because he's the only real Kentucky fan that I know that's not running around with a basketball up his ass. Says Tennessee loses another player today, but what else is new? Tennessee loses players all the time.
He was a sixth stringer according to them, though. He wasn't. You know, he wasn't.
Wait a minute. Is Beggin' Megan in the contest? How is Beggin' Megan not in the damn contest?
He hasn't sent me any money.
Beggin' Megan.
Not in there.
Jesus. Pesky Pole says you let dudes who wear wristbands when they go clubbing into the contest.
I don't discriminate.
Oh goodness. Chris Rich says he'll take credit for the drunk side. All right, so for those that don't know, let me share this right here so you guys can see this really quickly here. All right, so where we get our betting lines are from this site, which is vegasinsider.com. Now, in keeping with the tradition, we use the opening line. So you folks can see that, right? Let me make that full screen for you here so you can see the whole thing. There you go. So the opening line, which would be right here, that's what we go with. So if we pick that game, that will be the line that we go with. If it changes, oh fucking well. You go with that line. So simple as that. Obviously, Jackpot, we are going to do the South Carolina and Clemson matchup as well as the South Carolina game with Eastern Illinois, the Clemson game with Georgia, and then we go from there. What do you want to go with next, Jackpot? I know we talked about Penn State and Wisconsin, right?
Yeah. Hold on a sec.
All right. Give me a second here.
Scribble on. We're going with the Gamecocks and Eastern Illinois. So I'm going to leave that up to you to find the line on that because I wouldn't know where in the hell to find it.
We'll find it. The line, everything will be up by Tuesday, and we will post on the Rob and Kale Facebook page. You just find the link there, and we'll post it obviously on Wednesday night when we do our next show. It's just a simple link. You click the link, fill out the test there. The test is
guys. It's just like a bubble, a little bubble thing. You know, like you touch the little bubbles. You know, when you're a kid in school. I mean, you just pick those games. I mean, it's really very easy. And after everybody's like real confused. They're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Oh God, I don't know what. I swear to you, after you do it one time, after that, it's going to become simple, and it's like second nature. And like by week 3,
really is.
Like, okay, here I go with this again. You know.
Yep. I mean, it's very, very simple. As it's very simple. I mean, I can't even remotely tell you. Yeah, of course you're right. You're right 90% of the time. So that's not, it's not saying much, but you are right 90% of the time. Anyway, Jackpot. Here we go. So you like Penn State and Wisconsin, right?
I do.
Okay, so we're gonna add that. That's gonna be one of the 10. So that gives us 3 of the 10 here. So
we gotta have a Kale Hall special that we're gonna save.
Well, does that mean we're having 11 games or just what? No, or you're gonna be one of the 10.
No, fuck it. We got 11 games. We'll do 10 games and we'll have a Kale Hall special be number 11.
The Kale Hall special, we'll have that in there too. Yeah. The next matchup, we like Penn State and Wisconsin. By the way, this is an interactive show. If there's a game that you'd like to pick there, please put it over here and we'll be happy to consider it. I'm looking at some of these other games.
Are we just going to do Saturday games or are we going to do them for the whole week?
Yeah, only Saturday games. Well, I mean, I think that would be better. We could do Monday. No, What are the games on Monday, Jackpot? The only game on
we
Monday
don't
is
need to do that. That's the Monday game is that Florida State Notre Dame or is that Ole Miss? When does Ole Miss play?
Florida State and Notre Dame is on Sunday. Louisville and Ole Miss are on Tuesday.
Okay,
or on Monday.
all right. We got to do
So-
Alabama and Miami.
Yep, I was hoping you would say that. So Bama, Miami. And then we've got
Is West Virginia versus Maryland this week?
stand by. Yes, West Virginia and Maryland. We can do that game. We'll do that game.
We'll do that. Yep.
All right. So there you go. West Virginia, Maryland. West Virginia is a 4.5-point favorite. I liked Indiana and Iowa. I thought that was going to be interesting. You want to go with that one?
That's a good one.
Okay. And then we've got, let's see here. I tell you what, you don't have enough hair on your sack to make the Kale Hall special. Syracuse and who is it?
Damn you, motherfucker.
I done ruined it. My bad. Never mind. Disregard what I just said. So other matchups, Texas and Louisiana. We got to go with that, right?
LSU and UCLA, since they're probably going to play.
Yeah. LSU and UCLA. Is Texas? Well, that game's going to be at Texas, so I'm assuming they're going to play.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about making that one of our games, though.
Why not?
Well, I mean, it's just I don't know. I mean, you think they're going to be able to play it? It's the only thing.
Yeah, I think so. If they don't play it, then it just won't count. It won't matter. Let's put that in there. It's going to be one of the bigger games of the weekend, Jackpot.
Okay.
I'm adding that one. So we got 1, 2, 3.
It's 2021 when Louisiana versus Texas. It's one of the bigger games of the weekend. But
okay, well, look at it from this perspective. Texas opened up as a 16.5-point favorite. It's down to 8.5. What do you think, sir? Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't trust that when the line goes like that. I'm taking.
Yeah. All right. How about BYU and Arizona?
Oh God, no.
No. Okay. I'm just throwing games out there, brother. Don't get
1,
upset.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only got to do 2 more.
Southern Miss and South Alabama. The
No.
return of Jake Bentley. Come on, man.
No.
Damn it, Jackpot. Oregon State and Purdue.
Tennessee versus no, that's a Thursday game. We can't do that.
Yeah. Fresno State and Oregon. No. Rice and Arkansas.
What'd you do to chess? I want to do Army versus Georgia State, but I don't want to do it as a Kell Hall special. I think that's a good pick. Army versus Georgia State.
Army versus Georgia State. Okay, we can do that. No problem. We got one more, Jackpot, and then you'll have the Kale Hall special.
Can we do San Jose State versus USC?
When does that game play? Let me see here. Yeah, that's fine. San Jose State and Southern Cal, the real USC. Got it.
San Jose
All right,
at USC.
So the form will be coming out here shortly with the Kale Hall special. That will be we'll have it out.
That will
probably
be
tomorrow.
Ohio at home versus Syracuse. I think that's a 1 point.
Ohio
line.
and it's a pickem. Syracuse may lose that game.
Oh God.
Oh God damn. I might take Ohio. I like Dino Babers, but I might take Ohio. I don't know. All right, so Wednesday night we'll have our picks.
Frank Solich quit, so
nah, I don't know. All right, anyway.
What do you poke chess with facts?
What?
Hofer Billy Paul said he was fucking with Chess Hall earlier. Says he poked him with some facts.
Well, yeah, SEC dog. We just told you what the games were, buddy. It's South Carolina, Eastern Illinois, Clemson, and Georgia. Penn State, their matchup. Bama and Miami, West Virginia. That matchup there. Indiana and Iowa, LSU and UCLA, Louisiana, Lafayette, and Texas. The Army game, San Jose State and USC, and Ohio and Syracuse. Bluegrass says he
I
sent
swear,
you money.
leading up to this weekend, Tennessee better not fucking lose to Bowling Green.
Bluegrass says he sent you money. Lisa says she sent you money. So the money is piling in. Thank you guys for that.
The money is flowing in like wine. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Let's see here. Jacob Watson, who just got gifted an entry, he comes in just wanting to fight. Rob better be ready on September the 5th because I got on the fans in Athens calling that day. Well, they can call and talk about how, man, we don't see programs like this in the SEC. We don't see shit like that. We got mouth pumped. It's a good thing we have that SEC easy schedule. Tell you what, hopefully they'll all call. Would love to have it. All right, anyway.
Jacob Watson, you need to send me a message over on Twitter. I already told you one time you need to send it. I'm going to get you into this contest. I'm gifting you an entry into it because I want to see you in this contest, and I'm sending the olive branch now. If you don't take me up on it within the next 48 hours, I'm going to find somebody else to give that old thing a line too. But I'm trying to give it to you, boy.
All right. Well,
you're a good kid. You've been here supporting this channel. You've been here on our live chats and everything else, and I appreciate it. And I want to help you out. I want you to be in this contest. So,
let's see here. If Tennessee loses to Bowling Green, I'll quit watching college football altogether. Okay.
But yet you didn't stop watching it when y'all lost to Georgia State.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee didn't win a conference game a couple of years ago. Yeah, SEC dog. We're gonna send you a link. Okay, go to the Rob and Kale Facebook page. The link will be there tomorrow. I will put it in every live show that I do this week, and you'll be able to find the link. Okay, it's not that hard. Trust me. You just click the link.
It's not hard.
And then go from there. Just calm down. It's all right. I know that internet is new to some of you Georgia folks. You just click the little link, and it'll work out for you. Bluegrass Sports Media dropping the hammer says Beggin' Megan is too much of a bitch to join. Holy shit. He didn't call him a bitch. He called him a bitch. Damn. All right, well, let's get our picks in for the Clemson schedule, and then we'll take some phone calls, Jackpot. You ready to roll?
I am ready to rock it and roll it, brother.
Now, we are not going to go in depth too much with the first game of the season because we'll have our full predictions in when we pick on Wednesday night. But Clemson opens up in Charlotte with Georgia. I've got Clemson winning that game, Jackpot. What's your pick, Clemson or Georgia?
I got Georgia winning by the thinnest of margins. I think they pull it out.
All right. So Jackpot's got Clemson with a loss to Georgia. Next matchup is South Carolina State and Clemson. Of course, this is an FCS matchup. Clemson's giving them $400,000 to come be a tune-up game. Jackpot, I'm sure you're rolling with the Tigers there.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Tigers there. I think that the young man from SC State doesn't throw the ball back to the referee this time, but they still lose. Next matchup is Georgia Tech. Fun little stat here. Clemson's won 10 out of the last 12 against Georgia Tech, yet they still trail in the series by 17 games. Georgia Tech used to beat the holy piss out of Clemson for a long time. But here's another interesting stat too, Jackpot. Last season, Jeff Collins only attempted 8 field goals all year. Now, a lot of that had to do with maybe the offense wasn't good, but it's because he had a big old set of brass balls. He's trying to score touchdowns.
Yeah, still, that's a very interesting stat. Only 8 field goals attempted last season. So Clemson rolls big. I don't think that game is going to be close. What do you got, Jackpot?
Yeah, and whatever. I mean, I think that, Clemson's better than Georgia Tech, but I think they're going to close the gap considerably. I think Clemson wins by maybe 3 touchdowns at home. But, I think Georgia Tech is slowly getting better and better and better, and I don't think that I think they're going to make that rivalry competitive again in a few years. They're probably going to be beating Clemson, but right now I do see you winning that game, but don't, just bank on it.
The next matchup is on the road in Raleigh. Clemson would be playing NC State. The Wolfpack have not won the ACC since 1979. Clemson has won 15 out of the last 16 against the Pack. They do have 2 All-American linebackers. If you were going to pick a game that Clemson might be somewhat challenged, you could make an argument playing on the road up there at Carter Finley might be a tough out for Clemson, but I think Clemson will I don't think they'll cover the spread, but I think that Clemson wins.
Yeah, I think Taters win by 3 or 4 touchdowns. I mean, they've them NC State games here lately, ever since 2016 when NC State shot themselves in the foot and lost a game at Clemson that they should have won. It seems like they've been kind of disappointing. So, I think the Taters, they may actually cover the number and win that one. But, I do think that barring that one, anything else, I think the NC State's probably going to be one of the better teams in the ACC Atlantic. Shout out Huffer Billy Paul over on online. Pepper Rogers, remember him? Georgia Tech was good at one time. He's kicking it way old school.
Hopper Billy Paul's showing his age there a little bit.
Rogers, that was back in the 70s. That was back in the Gamecock. I remember the Gamecocks played Georgia Tech when Pepper Rogers was the coach in Atlanta, and we lost 6-3. Wow.
Next matchup for Clemson is a Friday night game. God, can we please stop playing Friday night games? Friday night is when high school teams are supposed to play. Let the high school teams play on Friday night, for God's sake. This game is in Syracuse, October.
God, really?
Oh, excuse me. Nope. I'm sorry. I scrolled too far. Boston College is next, and then they go to Syracuse. Boston College is at home. The Boston College game, here's what I wrote about Boston College in my little prep here. Boston College could finish second in the SEC easy. Clemson has won 10 straight games against the Eagles. Jerkovich is a hell of a quarterback. I like their coach, Jeff Hafley, who is coaching the NFL and coached all over the place. Boston College will probably be the 3rd, maybe 4th best team in the ACC, but I still think Clemson wins at home.
You think that Boston College would be the 2nd best team where?
In the SEC easy.
Oh, you've lost your damn mind.
Let's see here. You're playing, if they get the schedule where they only could end up with maybe 3 losses, yeah, I think they could do it. If depending on their West draw, they would beat the shit out of South Carolina. They're gonna play Mizzou. They would beat. Are they playing Mizzou or is it Tennessee's playing Mizzou? I can't remember.
They're playing Missouri and they're gonna lose to them.
Okay, well, I think that Boston College could go through the gamut of the shitholes in the SEC East. And I think that if they draw, I think they would lose to Georgia.
They lose to Tennessee. They lose to Kentucky. They lose to the Gamecocks. Bad. They might even lose to Vanderbilt.
What are you drinking tonight? Turpentine? You don't know what you're talking about. I think if they draw better in the SEC West, they could finish second in the SEC easy.
Yeah, okay. I think
Clemson wins there.
Anymore. Matt Ryan not playing anymore.
Okay. Well, Jerkovich is better than a bunch of the quarterbacks in the East. If
Jerkovich, jerk being the operative word. Yeah.
If Jerkovich were playing for South Carolina, they might make a bowl game this season. So there's that.
If Jerkovich played for South Carolina, probably sit on the bench behind Zeb Nolan. Anyway.
Get the fuck out of here. Now we're getting into the land of stupid. Anyway, I think that Clemson will win that game over Boston College. What do you think, Jackpot?
Yeah, I think they will. I think Ukulele straightens himself out this year after he narrowly escaped Boston College last year, the juggernaut that is the BC Eagles. Give me Clemson to win that game pretty comfortably.
Next matchup is on the road at NC State. And what I was saying earlier about NC State is that they've not won an ACC title since – they've already done that. We're doing the Syracuse
talk about that one. Let's move on.
I'm sorry. The next matchup is the Syracuse game. Syracuse is a shithole. Clemson wins big.
Yeah. I don't know. You get revenge for that loss a couple of years ago. Clemson over Syracuse in the Dome.
Up next is Pitt on October the 23rd. That game is at Heinz Field. That series, by the way, is tied at 2 games apiece. Since they joined the ACC, they're 1-2 against Clemson. They won, I think, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Clemson lost to Pitt in 1977. I think Dan Marino was on that team.
Yep, he was. Damn, Tony Dorsett, too.
Yeah, so Clemson lost that game to them there. And then, of course, Jackpot's favorite player, Chris Blewett, he didn't blow it against Clemson, did he, Jackpot?
He did not. He nailed it. He didn't blow it.
Yeah. But I think Pitt's going to be a tough out. They're going to beat Tennessee this year, but they're not Clemson at home. So
that's where I think it happens. I think you drop that game. Going with Pitt, Heinz Field, on the Steelers.
All right.
Pitt wins.
The next matchup is Florida State and Clemson. Florida State is a clown college. It ducked Clemson last year using the COVID as an excuse, so they didn't get another.
They did not.
Hammered on them.
Interested in keeping people healthy and taking care of themselves. I applaud them for it. Mike Norvell is nothing more than a saint.
Get the fuck out of here. Here's the other thing with that. The interesting part about that is the ACC implemented new rules so Florida State couldn't be a bitch. We call it the bitch FSU policy. So that's been implemented this year, and Florida State will have to forfeit that game if they choose not to show up, which is what they should have done last year. But Clemson, if Dabo Swinney could hang 100 on them, he would. That's how pissed he is still at Florida State, in my opinion.
Well, they damn near hung 100 on y'all a few years ago back there in Death Valley with James Winston.
Then we went down there 3 years later and hung 77 on them. So
we won a couple of national championships.
Deeble dabble do.
Deeble dabble do. The tater shits scream and they shout that any cockle do. Deeble dabble do. We are so much better than woo.
It's going to be a home run higher in time, or it's going to be a disaster.
Next matchup for Clemson is on the road in Louisville. Scott Lyerfield, the coach up there at Louisville. I think Clemson's going to handle that game easily. Not much of a challenge there. Jackpot, what do you got?
By 50.
50.
Fuck the shitty team.
Shitty team. Next matchup is UConn, who Jackpot bet on this weekend, and they lost 45-0. UConn and Clemson there. Give me Clemson by 60.
Yeah, Clemson will. Have the Billy Batsons and the Wes Helms and the Will Sweeneys playing in the second quarter against UConn. It's gonna be ugly.
Probably the most well-coached team that Clemson will play this season is the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. That game is Senior Day and Hall of Fame Day. Clemson will win that game like 38-24. But give me the Tigers to win over Wake.
Yeah, like I said, I think so. Like 38-13, 38-14, something like that. They're a good. They're a well-coached team. They're solid. They just don't have the athletes. They don't have the Jimmies or the dudes to compete with the Taters. So, Clemson to win that one.
The next matchup is the tune-up for the ACC championship game, where we play South Carolina. We'll play Clemson this year. Not the. That's just not going to happen in Shane Beamer's first year. Give me Clemson. Clemson to win by I don't know 25 points.
I'm going to take Clemson and Columbia to pull it out in the fourth quarter.
There you go. All right, let's take some phone calls before we get out of here this evening. That sound good to you, Jackpot?
That sounds excellent.
Let me see if I can get the phone number here going. It's 803-470-2905. I've got Clemson at 12-0. Jackpot's got them going 10-2. Losses to Georgia and Pitt.
Well, if Woo calls it again, you better have your battle armor on this time.
I don't need any battle armor for Uncle Spew.
I know, but damn it.
803-47. And people think I hate Uncle Spew. I don't hate Uncle Spew.
I
Come
don't
on.
hate
Hate
Uncle
anybody.
Shoe either. He was
Uncle
he
Spew.
was
All right.
just angry.
Phone lines are open. There we go. Let's see here.
Angry. You disrespected Kirby Smart. Bad. So
And good evening. Welcome to the Rob and Kale Show.
Hi, this is Jacob. I'm not coming in for any blood this time, so don't worry about me talking about anything. But what are your playoff predictions for 2021?
Jackpot, do you want to give yours?
the playoff predictions.
Yep, we haven't done that. So
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Shit. I hate doing
I tell you
this.
what, why don't we'll give you those on Wednesday. We didn't really have enough time to think about that, but we'll give you those on Wednesday.
Yeah,
How's
I
that
gotta
sound?
kind of
Jacob?
think about that. I don't. It's hard to do that so early.
Is this Jacob Watson? Is that who you are?
Yeah, this is Jacob Watson.
Jacob, Santa Kale over there gave you a free entry into the contest, sir. So you have to sit on his knee and tell him that's what you wanted for Christmas, and he'll tell you ho ho ho, and it'll enter you in the contest.
Okay, that's nice. Well, I appreciate that, whoever that is.
Yeah, well, there you go. Thank you for calling the show, Jacob.
All right, you too.
All right, bud. Thanks, man. All right, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. That's the number to dial if you want to join us on the Rob and Kale Show this evening.
Eric Twyman says Woo got jackpot perturbed with South Conference preview. He ain't getting perturbed, but I mean, it's just like Lou is like one of these people, and I could tell that Lou is trying to pump out a lot of content in a short amount of time because Lou would do like one prediction video every 4 or 5 days, and then he goes and he does like 3 of them in one day. So I'm like, they're like 12 minutes long. I'm like, these are not going to be the best Woo quality, and it wasn't. It was hard to watch. So,
welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening,
Rob, Beg and Megan. Kirby Smart's an idiot.
What's up, Beg and Megan?
What's up, Beg and Megan?
He, apparently, I said something kind of foolish at the beginning of the show. I was kind of joking about hurricanes hitting South Carolina. Was that? I'm sorry. Did I say something totally incorrect and stupid?
Yes, sir, you did. But we
sure
corrected you.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else on this dais tonight kind of know what that feels like to say something completely false and stupid?
Oh, God.
Something people have differences in opinions. We didn't say anything that was completely false and stupid.
Some of us like Niller ice cream. Some of us don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guy who likes vanilla ice cream was painfully obvious in that. Kirby Smart's an idiot. Yeah, that's how you develop those shoulders, by the way. Plenty of vanilla ice cream.
I don't like vanilla ice cream. I like cookies and cream, sir. Get it right.
I completely believe. You know what? On that, I do believe you, sir, and I also believe you
right.
way than your fair, more than your fair share. Listen, Jack Pipe, when the next time this guy offers any sort of football analysis, I've got an idea. Take your microphone, stick it as close to Ziggy's ass as you can possibly get. I think we'll all get better football analysis out of Ziggy. I really do.
Megan, have you joined the football pick'em challenge?
I will do that, sir. I will do that.
Right. Well, we look forward to your donation, sir, as I take that pot and buy my wife a fur coat.
You have absolutely zero chance of beating me.
I've never finished outside of the top 10 in this contest. I've done it 7 years in a row. Never finished outside of the top 10. Will not finish out of the top 10 this year. And I will finish ahead of you because you think Kirby Smart's a good coach.
The fix is in, donating
their money. Georgia fans are just donating their money. That's the best part.
By the way, for people who are totally football ignorant, who are listening right now, which there's plenty, like dumbass sports media, whatever that backward bar was born in, by the way, was short of oxygen, clearly.
Wait. You just call him dumbass sports media?
Yes. I mean, I don't. I mean,
That's hardcore.
That was too easy. Listen,
He's hardcore. He's hardcore.
Kirby Smart's an idiot. You're talking about. I still you blow. I don't really know where to begin with this guy with this. Kirby Smart's an idiot. Sitting on top of this pencil neck that just spews this This is dime store Danny Cannell all over again. Same old playbook. You just spew nonsense. You called it the SEC easy, and then you went over Clemson's schedule where they play a bunch of 2A high school teams.
I'm just telling you what I feel like. I think they could do well. I really do, depending on how they draw it.
Yeah, because they've got a.
Hey,
yeah,
I found a new theme song for you as your entrance music, sir. Would you like to hear it?
I've got high musical standards, but go ahead.
All right. Well, this is kind of it's almost like an opera type thing here, and I think this would work out well for you. Here we go. That's just beautiful.
I gotta give you that one. That was pretty good. That was.
I mean, that could work. Every time you call, I may mix that with this.
Kirby Smart's an idiot.
And then we'll have your own little intro there. That could be great.
Well, hey, don't tease me. If you're going to say that, follow through with it. That's what I want to hear every time I call. That's all I ask.
We goof on a lot of things, but I am very, very good as far as producing things like that, where I can produce things that just mock people. I mean, I have no problem mixing that together. We'll call it the Beggin' Megan theme song. I don't give a shit.
Well, I'm glad we found something you're good at, because football analysis certainly is not one of them.
Well, I look forward to the end of the season when I finish ahead of you. So then we'll go from there.
Okay. Oh, by the way, you did tell me to Google Hurricane Hugo, which I did, and it was terrible. That happened in 1989, I believe. That's the same year you lost to Duke and Georgia Tech, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Look that up. How about you Google that?
Hey, and
here's the same year they beat South Carolina 45-0.
Hey, here's something else too. In 1980, okay, we're at the point in our lives now where we are the same distance from 1980 as it was from 1980 to 1939. It's the same time period there. So just throwing that out there too.
Oh, by the way, you left out 1969. There was something relevant that happened that year as well.
That was when the Gamecocks won the ACC.
Yep.
Right. That was their only
Took
conference.
on West Virginia. Lost to them in a bowl game. A lot of people know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got for the show there, Megan?
South Carolina. What's that?
What else you got for the show, buddy?
I think I pretty much said it all. I'm not sure. I will be getting in the contest, not to win it, but just to bury you.
Okay. Well, if you have to get into the contest and put up your $20 as a donation, more power to you, sir. More power to you.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Megan. What a great song that is, Jackpot.
Yeah, I have a theme music for me when I enter it too. You want to hear what it is?
Theme music. What is it?
This. Ah, shit.
Shit. What the hell is that?
You don't know whose theme music that is? It's from wrestling.
Hold on. I didn't hear enough of it. No, I can't catch it.
Who
is
are
it?
these two individuals?
Is it? That's the Midnight Express.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Caller, welcome into the program.
How y'all doing? Bluegrass Sports Media.
Bluegrass Sports Media. I see that you entered the contest, and Beggin' Megan, who will finish behind me in the contest. And by the way, Beggin' Megan's theme music is right here. Are you upset that he called you dumbass Sports Media, sir? Your thoughts?
No, he's got the same problem. Have you seen Bobby Boucher. You know the scene where he says,
Yeah, the water boy.
Yeah, the water boy. He says, alligators are so honored because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Well, Georgia fans are so honored because they got all that talent and nothing to show for it.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
You give Coach Stoops that talent, we already have a national championship.
Yeah, but nobody's going to go to Kentucky unless it's for basketball. Come on now. Let's just be honest. What makes Coach Stoops so good is he makes chicken salad out of chicken shit. You know that as well as I do.
Question.
Sure.
Let me ask you this question. How many people were going to Clemson in 2010 before you won all the national championships?
Clemson was finishing with top 20 classes in 2010, sir. They had talent there.
We've had top 20.
When was your last top 20 class, sir? When was your last top 20 class? I'm not trying to be fightful with you. I'm just asking because I honestly don't know.
It was probably 4 or 5 years ago.
What makes your team good is that Coach Stoops makes chicken salad out of chicken shit. It has nothing to do with the people that go to Kentucky. I mean, that's
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we were to get talent.
Right, but I think it's hard. The hardest thing that Coach Stoops has to do is convince young men to come there. That's the hardest part. I mean, and it's where he's recruiting at up there, trying to get people from, where he's got Louisville and Ohio State and all those people tapping into it. Rich says that he just compared UK to Clemson. I think that he did, sir. Ball State wants you to meet him at Kroger Field. That's what he's talking about. I think he wants you to meet Jackpot there. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm glad that you're in the contest, sir.
Yeah. And the whole Megan thing about not knowing football. I've forgot more football in the past 10 minutes than he's known his entire life. You can't tell me the difference between a 3 technique and a 1 technique, so I don't want to hear it. Anyway, but yeah, I don't understand why Tennessee fans are talking. They're going to lose to Bowling Green State in week 1.
Well, Jackpot was talking about that. I don't know if that's completely valid or not, but we'll see.
Who is this?
Bluegrass Sports Media is saying that they're going to lose to Tennessee in week 1.
Well, I mean, I have Kentucky going 7-5 in the regular season this year, but it's going to make him mad. He knows it because he's already watched my preview video. I have them beating South Carolina. I have them getting upset and dropping the game at home to Tennessee. I just think that Tennessee kind of will be in the groove by then. Kind of owns them. And it wouldn't shock me to see them drop the game to Tennessee. And by the way, I think that's the only SEC game Tennessee wins all year because I think they lose to Vanderbilt. And I'm not trolling. I'm not being an asshole over here. I truly believe that. I think Vanderbilt's improved. I think that they're a sleeper team, and nobody's really giving them a whole lot of credit. There's, once again, shoehorning the team just because of the logo on the side of their helmet into a particular spot in the pecking order, not really doing their research and get about how many players are coming back. And it's not. And, I think Tennessee goes like 4-8. I think they drop a game to Vanderbilt, but I do think they beat Kentucky at home. I think they beat them.
I have a question on that. You say all these things about you are looking at the side of the helmet. Everybody's looking at the side of the helmet. What gives you the inkling that Tennessee's a better football team than Kentucky? Aren't you just kind of looking at the side of the helmet and saying
No. Whoa. I don't think Tennessee's a better team than Kentucky. I think Kentucky's better than Tennessee. I just think that there's just something about the history of Tennessee just kind of owns Kentucky. Kind of own them. I mean, even the year that Kentucky won 10 games, and Tennessee was horrible. I mean, they still beat you bad in their home stadium. So, till you prove otherwise, I'm taking it as a loss.
So 27 points last year didn't prove otherwise?
Yeah, you beat them by 27 points. You returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns. If they didn't have a dickhead playing quarterback, things could have been totally different.
Yeah, and if my aunt had the nuts, she'd be my uncle.
Yeah, well, she would. Yeah, she would. And most people's going to put somebody out there that's not an aunt with nuts to play quarterback. And they're not going to put a shit show out there. That's an anomaly. It's not usually not going to happen.
can I ask you a real question here, Mr. Bluegrass Sports Media? Why
Yeah.
should anybody take, and this is, and a lot of people think this that aren't just fans, but why should anybody take Kentucky seriously until they prove that they've solved the issues at quarterback?
Because we consistently win without a quarterback.
Okay. Consistently win without a quarterback. Okay.
You consistently win what against Virginia Tech?
I don't think you can talk about being and winning 10 games a season. What you've won 10 games one time, I think, in your entire existence.
They've won 10 games one time since 1977.
All right, so since 1977,
Michael
you've won 10
Jackson
games
stopped
one
being
time.
a teen heartthrob and started being a child molester. They won one time. They won 10 games.
Yeah. They won 10 games one time since Michael Jackson decided to start being a white woman. Come on, man. It's just hard to take Kentucky seriously, man.
Gas was 29 cents a gallon the last time Kentucky won 10 games this season before 2018.
Yeah. All right. Well, rest in peace, Jared Lorenzen.
If you look at it like that, I mean, Florida State was an all-girls school at one point. I mean, we've been on an upward trend since like 2000.
Hold on now. We're talking about 1 10-win season since 1977. Come on now. I'm trying to help you out here. Just until you solve what you have at quarterback, no one's going to think you're worth a shit. You're a solid team, but hey, winning? Come on, man. Appreciate you calling the show, though, buddy. I'm glad you're in the contest.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Sean Calvert says, bro, don't compare Florida State to Kentucky. Get the fuck out. I mean, he's right. I mean, yeah, Florida State's fallen on some tough times the past few years, but, I mean, over the span of the last 40 years, yeah, come on.
Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
Hey, Rob and Kale. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing great.
What's going on, man? What can I do for you?
Not much. I'm enjoying the show. Rob, I had a quick question for you. You went to a surf camp this weekend. How'd that go?
I went to a surf camp. I was talking about that. My son, we went to Surfers Healing down in Folly Beach, and it's like an autistic surf camp. My son got to go and surf, so it was actually really cool. So yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
I went to fat camp this weekend too. I had a great time. Did a bunch of exercises and ran and did some ropes and stuff. And for every pound I lost, they gave me a peanut butter sandwich.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Rob, that's awesome what you're doing over there. And Carolina Jackpot, I'm liking the videos that you're putting out too, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for calling the show, buddy. Man. You have a great night. All right.
All
right. 803-470-2905. Shout out to the folks watching over there. Hefty
Ball
Lefty.
State says Rick Barnes is Kentucky's daddy. Now, that's where y'all messed up in basketball right there. Letting him go.
That's right. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
Hey, guys. This is Huffer Billy Paul.
Huffer Billy, what's up?
Hey, guys. So love the banter a little bit here, but these dog fans, I swear, I mean, notwithstanding the Kentucky guy who compared Clemson to Kentucky, which I have to say that was a hell of a stretch.
They also compared Kentucky to Florida State.
Seriously. But anyway, no, I wish that people would quit trying to make it out like Georgia's a guy, like there's massive world beaters out here. Clemson don't have any chance. We've got the same players same quality of players, and we have one better thing than Georgia has. We have
coaching
that
staff
actually can beat Saban.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
What else you got?
I would place Dabo in my top 25 of college coaches.
Damn. All right.
Dang. You know what though? I mean, honestly, I mean, if I chose to put somebody in my top 25 of college coaches, whether it was a smart decision, a bad decision, or whatever, I mean, if you put somebody in your top 25 of college coaches, I wouldn't get fucking mad about it. I wouldn't care. Just be like, whatever. I mean, just go on. I ain't got no room for negativity in my career.
Lou got tribed up on that one. He really did. He got all triggered. But for me, my whole thing, I think Kirby is the top. He's probably top 5, if not. I know he's top 10 in my book. Anyway.
I'd say he's top 10. I wouldn't put him top 5. I would say he's probably top 10. I mean, because you can't say, well, look, this guy right here, he's done more with less than Kirby Smart. Because, I mean, there's not really any coaches who've done, like more with less talent than what he's got. So, I mean, you can't really say that. But, there are some coaches who've done, more with the same amount of talent. And I know, like, Georgia's recruiting class is 1, and Alabama's might have been 2 one year, and theirs might have been 1. Clemson might have been 4 one year. But, like, we're splitting hairs when we get to that point. I agree with all that, but he probably is, in the top 10, maybe 10, 9, 8-ish or whatever. But I wouldn't put him in my top 5, just because of that.
Well, the thing I give deference to is he's been there only 5 years now, and Dabo didn't even start getting to where he could be considered good until he was in there for 5 years. Now Dabo didn't have the same lineage Kirby had, so Kirby should be a little further along the learning curve, but it takes time to learn what not to do. I guarantee you Kirby's learned a lot. He's showing he's learning. He's getting there. I think they'll get close this year. If they beat Clemson, it'll be a big feather in his cap. If they don't, God, look out for the boo birds and all the craziness.
What do you think about Rob's comment the other night? Say if he beats Clemson on Saturday night, it's going to be his biggest win of his career, bigger than the Oklahoma win in the playoffs, bigger than winning at Notre Dame that first time when they went to Notre Dame. I don't believe all that shit. I think that Oklahoma win was still bigger, but.
Notre Dame is a loop. The fact that we lost to Notre Dame is a pox on our house because it's partly because people were out and all that crap. But I don't think Notre Dame's all that first and foremost.
Well, Notre Dame's another wet fart team that I just don't think it's all that good.
But he'll beat us. I will say it's his best win in his career.
Best win of his career.
I think that win against Oklahoma in the playoffs. Still, I mean, to get to the national championship, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, come on. Let's just be real.
I don't understand. I don't understand why people get upset about this. I just don't like him as a coach. Just because you like him as a coach.
I don't care about that. But
I just don't. I don't like him as a coach. I think the way he handles his football
your team a little bit too high up on the pedestal.
I don't care. Put Dabo Swinney wherever you want to put him. I don't care. Dabo Swinney has championships to hang his hat on. Best teams in the country. Kirby Smart can't say that. He can say, we won the SEC easy. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You haven't given him enough time.
Okay. Well, that's fine. He needs some more time. We'll give him plenty of time. If he has another shit postseason, they'll fire him.
He's Jimbo Fisher. I don't think he's an immoral type coach. Like I think Jimbo.
But Jimbo Fisher's also an idiot, but he does have a national title.
Yeah, through whatever means he got it.
Whatever means necessary, exactly. So
yeah, but I'm just saying, I just hope that the Georgia fans will start to realize.
I think I disconnected her for Billy Paul by accident. I'm sorry for Billy Paul. My fault on that. I apologize.
Sean Calvert's over online says
my fault.
Everything Mark Stoops has, the most boring teams They have to celebrate getting first downs at Piggly Wiggly Stadium.
I want to play this really quick. I like Joe Morrison as the Gamecocks head coach. Check this out. I sent this to Jackpot earlier. Not very many coaches did this. Check out this ad that Joe Morrison did in 1986.
In order to have that true black magic, while in Charleston, dine at 82 Queens. And make sure you get here in a Jennings limousine.
Yes, sir. Badass.
That is probably the most badass thing South Carolina has ever had, ever. Yeah. Joe Morrison was great.
Yes, he was.
All right, I'm sorry I cut off with Billy Paul off there by accident, but 803-470-2905, that's the number to dial. Take calls about another 5 minutes here before we get out of here. 803-470-2905. Thanks to everybody watching this evening and entering the contest. Hopefully you'll support the Cajun Navy. The link is in the description here. They're gonna have 100 people on the ground tomorrow morning.
He was great. I mean, coaches like him, and I'm going ahead and say it, coaches like him and Danny Ford, they made people like Kirby Smart and this damn Mark Stoops look like damn child's play. It's just absolute clowns when you put them up against those gentlemen.
Joe Morrison would smoke on the sidelines. That's great. Good evening. Welcome to the Rob and Cale Show.
What's up, man? It's a Clemson Tiger fan.
Hello, Clemson Tiger fan. What do you have for the Tiger?
What's up? I was just saying, you watched that Jacksonville preseason game where Trevor went off today?
Yeah, I mean, but I have a hard time getting up for preseason games because they really don't mean shit.
You know why I said that? Because the Packers got their ass handed to them by the New York Jets a couple of weeks ago. But anyway,
I mean, Jackpot, the Packers will win twice as many games as the Jets do this year. You want to take that bet?
Bullshit.
Bullshit. You may win fucking 4 games.
Shit. No, they're the AFC wild card.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, I see. I mean, I agree with it. If this was the first preseason game, I would 100% agree with you. But I think this is the last preseason game. For the most part, the starters are in. I mean, it's still preseason. I understand that, but it was just good to see him actually.
You're not helping the cause here. It's a fucking preseason game. A lot of the guys that are playing at the end of it are going to be grading papers with the comrade. I mean, or bagging groceries down the line. I mean, it's preseason games don't mean anything.
The players,
his first matchup.
When bagging groceries, somebody's got to do it.
I'm just saying, guys. See now, Jackpot. Now you're trying to make me look like I'm not part of the common man. I'm not going to have it, Jackpot. Not going to have it.
Maybe.
I mean,
Megan says he wants to have a spelling contest.
Aaron Brown says, "How does Mizzou always find a QB? Easy. They went out, nailed a sign up on the telephone pole last year before the season started and said, in search of a bedazzled sack. You can come apply at the Missouri Sports Athletic Office." And I found one.
I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to be fine, but let's just slow down a little bit here. It's a preseason game.
No, I know it's a preseason game, but the drives that he played were against the starters. Like, I know they're not going hard, but he played in the first quarter and the little bit of the second quarter. So he played against the starters. It was good to see him actually do good. I mean, I know it's a preseason game, but it's also the last preseason game.
Talk to me when they play. They open up with Houston. We'll see how he does it. Well, not even Houston, because Houston's a shithole. They're owned by a Gamecocks. They're bound to be a shithole. So we'll see how that works out. Thank you for calling the show, buddy.
Go Tigers. All right,
appreciate it, man. See you later on. All right, final call for calls this evening, 803-470-2905. Enter the contest. The link is in the description. Support the Cajun Navy. as they got the Volunteers on the ground tomorrow morning. 100 folks on the ground, so support the Cajun Navy. I'm wearing the LSU shirt in honor of the Cajun Navy. There you go. We got all the Cajuns down there doing their thing. All right. So jackpot, we supposedly got people that entered the contest during the show. That's what they're telling us over here anyway.
That's great. I see something where some of them sent some money in.
All right, here we go. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
Hey, Rob, this is Fuckstick.
Hey, Fuckstick. How are you?
Pretty good. I just want to know you and Kale's opinion on what Bama is going to do this year and what y'all think about Mac Jones. Do you think he will be the starter for the Patriots this year?
I don't care about Mac Jones. He may do well, he may not. I don't know. If Bill Belichick drafted him, he might be worth a shit, but I don't know. As far as Alabama goes, Alabama they're solid across the board. They've got they have to replace the Heisman Trophy winner. They have to replace Jalen Waddle. They have to replace, I think it's their center, Mac Jones. They also have to replace Najee Harris. So there's questions on that offense. I don't think that I'm completely on board with O'Brien as the guy that's running the offense, but it seems that Nick Saban has this talent of getting people that have been a shithole at other spots, i.e. Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian. I think he even took Butch Jones down there and got
he
him
took
where
Butch Jones in. I mean, which was that's about like taking Will Muschamp in. I mean, good God.
Right. Yeah, well, so all of that, and he makes them into good coaches. So we'll see how that works out. But Alabama's replacing a lot, but they've got a lot of talent. So Jack, what do you think about Bama?
They're reloading with nothing but 5 stars. I saw like a breakdown of the top freshmen in the SEC the other day, and they've got like 7 or 8 of them on there, at different positions. So, defensively, I think Alabama's going to be great anyway. They have like 8 starters returning, and then they got some guy named Kool-Aid coming in. That's a freshman. If you got somebody named Kool-Aid who steps in as a freshman, and you're going to start him, obviously, he's got to be badass. And, it's just like, I hate to say it, but they're about like fucking Clemson with these 5 stars. They're just reloading all the time, and there's really not a lot you can do to stop it. I don't see a lot of stiff competition over there in the SEC West. People may want to say, "Well, prove me wrong." Well, Texas A&M is blah, blah, blah. I don't think Texas A&M is good enough offensively to compete with Alabama, and LSU is. I don't know. Everybody claims
LSU.
I
hope they're good. They may be good. I just cannot buy in LSU. They're always a tough competition for us. I agree. They have always played us hard. I just cannot fully buy into LSU. I don't know, but that's the two. We are predicted to lose to LSU and Texas A&M. I personally don't see it. Maybe as a Bama fan, but
you might lose to one of them. You might catch an upset and lose to one of them, but you ain't losing to both of them. And I don't think that LSU. Yeah. I don't think Alabama's losing to Ole Miss. Everybody say Ole Miss is going to win 10 games this year. And I think that's a load of shit. Ole Miss's defense is horrible. Swiss cheese, doo-doo confirmed. No, I'm not buying that at all. And then the best player on Ole Miss's defense transferred out and went to Kentucky.
So, all this shit, I just want y'all's opinion. Herb Street, I was watching him on game day the other day. He's picked Georgia to win the SEC this year. I personally hope Clemson stomps a mud hole in their ass because I just don't like Kirby. I just do not like that son of a bitch.
I'm not predicting that. I don't hope Clemson stomps a mud hole in because I don't like Kirby Smart. I don't care about that. I don't like Clemson, period. So I don't care if Satan is the coach for Georgia. I still hope that they would beat Clemson, but Kirby Smart's he's a different breed. He's different. He's winning. He's winning in spite of, I don't know. He's winning in spite of, he doesn't seem to flash all the he don't seem to check all the boxes of being a legitimate good Division I head coach, but he keeps on doing it, so we'll see.
Well, I thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for y'all's opinions, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Thank you. Blake Robinson said, I saw one Fox Sports prediction said Miami 41, Bama 25. Were they intoxicated?
All right, Jackpot. I think we've had a good show this evening. For folks that are in the contest, the link will be up. We'll have it up tomorrow or the next day. We will post it on the Rob and Kale Facebook page. Very simple. Click the link. It'll tell you everything you need to know. All right.
Yep.
Jackpot, you got anything else for the show?
I don't. It's been a great show tonight, and I appreciate everybody that's gotten in here. Appreciate everybody that's jumped into the contest while the show's been going on. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to us, to grow that pot, get it bigger and bigger, and that's about all I got to say about it.
All right. With that, the show is a wrap.